Hi there, it's Lorraine again, back for a little bit more keeping mentally healthy. And we're going to carry on talking about what makes us unique. This time we are talking about how our values and our beliefs that we hold make us all slightly different. So our values and our beliefs, these are the things that we hold really important, and they impact on what we do and how we live our lives, the things that we think are maybe right and wrong. So we're talking about things like respect and honesty and loyalty and fairness. So these are all things that we will hold dear to us, and they will impact on what we do. But it can get all a little bit airy fairy and a little bit mind exploding this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to ask you a question, and in a bit I'm going to get your teacher to pause the video. So here's an example for you. Princess Bernard's back. Hello, Princess Bernard. Now, as you can see, Princess Bernard has been baking, and this happened the other week. So Princess Bernard made some cakes with the sprinkles. Sprinkles are important. Always important. So now what happened? Princess Bernard took a big tin of cakes to his friend's house and sat there with a big tin of cakes. Then he opened this big tin and scoffed one, and his friend was sitting there. And then he got another one out and then looked at his friend and gave it to his friend. Okay. And then his friend was just about to go, and Princess Bernard took it back, put it back in the tin and said, "Nah, I think I'll have that one for my tea later." Now, his friend was a little bit upset and Princess Bernard was puzzled. So what I want you to do now is have a little bit of a think about that and think, what were all the values that were in that discussion? What do you think about that situation? Okay, teacher, will you pause the video right now? Now, just to reassure you, Princess Bernard did really share the cakes. Didn't scoff them all himself. He did share the cakes. But I hope it made you think about things like fairness and, hang on, he took that cake, give that cake to his friend, then took it back again. That wasn't fair, was it? Or was it? Because then actually Princess Bernard had made the cakes himself, so he could do with them what he liked, I suppose. Okay. So that is about things like individual liberty, freedom to do whatever you want with the things that you've done. So those are values as well. But there's also loyalty to friends. So can you see, this is just a bit of a silly example, but you can see how the values that we hold are really important in shaping the things that we do and the choices that we make. Okay, now in schools, we actually have something called British values. Well, we talk about them in school as British values, but actually it's something that we think as a country is important to us. So now these are 4 very specific things, and I'm sure it can get a lot more complicated than this, but as a country, one of the things we think is very important is democracy. So that is the value that we all can have an opinion, and each opinion that people have is just as important as the next person's. Each person living in that country is just as important as the next, and this will be seen in the way we vote, things like that. We all get a vote, of course, once you get 18. Okay, so that's one of the British values. Another one is something called individual liberty. So that means that we can think and speak and do as we like. But it also interplays with another one, which is rule of law. So we also hold that it's important to have laws to keep us safe. So we can't just go into a sweet shop and steal all the pick and mix, because there are laws governing that, saying that it's wrong to do that. But our British values say that, yeah, we're all happy to go with that because we think that's a good thing. That keeps us all safe and that's fair and things like that. Okay, and another one is respect and tolerance. So we respect that we all have our own opinions and beliefs and way of doing things, things that we like. And it's important that, yes, we can do that as well as somebody else can do it their way as well. And that is fine. So these are British values. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to give you some situations where you will be able to see how our values are working. But I will give you an example about how our beliefs also influence this. So for example, now I am a vegetarian. I've not eaten meat for about 25 years. So it's my beliefs are that we shouldn't eat meat and that, you know, animals deserve respect. So that is my belief. But I live in a house where the other people don't share that belief. But we all rub along okay and we respect each other's opinion. Okay, so it's that recognition that our beliefs and our values shape what we do, but also respect that we might all be different and we are all unique. Each little bundle of beliefs and values will be slightly different to the person sitting next to us. So in my house, we have many beliefs that are and values that are very much the same. So fairness and sharing and everybody pulling their weight in the house and things like that. But they might be slightly different and have different importance to each of us. Okay, so now then, what I will say is that you need to think that these will change over time. So as you learn more about the world and as you experience other people's thoughts and opinions and beliefs, they may change your own as well. And it's good to be open and not to keep to say, nope, this is what I think, this is what I believe, that is it. It's always good to be open to hearing what others say. So we don't judge, we just listen. And it's always good to listen. Right, okay, so now our activity today is various scenarios, if you like, different things that might come up. And what I want you to think about is that what values will go in towards what you decide that you would do in that situation. And it may be different from the person sitting next to you. So it might be that you hold doing the right, absolute right thing much higher value than loyalty to friends, for example. And there's no right or wrong answer. Okay, so just discuss these things in your group and see how you go on. But just remember, values really do shape the choices that we make. And one of my all-time favourite quotes is from the Harry Potter books. And it's from Dumbledore and it's in book 2. I won't say any more than that. No spoilers here. And it's this. I've got it on this screen here. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. So what are your values? What's important to you? Okay, I'll see you next time.